Hey out there, you beautiful weaves. It's Yanushi Chan here. So I know you guys or whoever is like OG to the channel, you remember seeing this starting screen before because we definitely have played this game already. But see, what had happened was YouTube kept getting copyright claims on the music, so we couldn't have it on its we wouldn't be able to benefit from this, so we kind of scrapped it. But I felt that this game was really beautiful. The artwork is beautiful. I mean, just look at this. It's gorgeous. Like, I felt like it was a waste not to do this. So we did decide to go back and actually record the video. We're going to complete this series literally from start to finish. I do plan on going over all the routes, but this first video is mainly about just getting through the prologue and getting all our new subscribers into the video and hopefully trying to introduce you guys to how the story began. So if you didn't see this series from the beginning, you're in luck because we're going to bring it back again. Now, without further ado, please enjoy. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. One was the crystallum lucus, protected by the ruler of the fairies. The other was the crystal tenebrium, which was watched over by the high leader of the witches. Kind of reminds me of Black Clover. Lucas was sustained by love, happiness, and joy. Tenebrium by fear, anger, and hatred. The fairies and witches lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. They regulate the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between darkness and light. For there can be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear, no hope without despair. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day a traveling bard decided to write stories, tales of the magic and wonders of the kingdom. He named these stories fairy tales. In fairy tales, the light always emerged victorious, and true love was a usual reward. The fairy tales spread further than could have been predicted. The humans of the kingdom began to believe that the fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherently wicked and cruel. The witches became hated and feared. Eventually, they were hunted like animals. The witch hunt. Eesh. The high leader of the witches, in all of her anger, created the fairy tale curse. You think we are wicked? So be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we shall take yours. The witches used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately, ultimately throwing the kingdom into chaos and darkness. The ruler of the fairies, the Lucas Bearer, sought to regain peace. But the witches were blinded by their hatred for humans, who were responsible for the witch genocide. A terrible war, the Great War, began. Eventually the Tenebria Bearer, the high leader of the witches, was finally defeated. The Tenebria was lost, peace was restored, and the light once again triumphed. But darkness can never fully disappear. It waits in the shadows, patient for when its time will inevitably return. Ooh, a sign of contract, as we said. That's fine. My name is Lucette Riella Breton, daughter of King Gennaro Breton III. I am the crown princess of the kingdom of Angel. At least, that was who I used to be. But that was before yesterday, when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I am stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. I close my eyes and remember that day. And it started out like any other day. What? Another person was cursed. Hmm. I am on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. There are two maids standing next to each other with brooms in hand. These two are slacking off again. That's terrible. What fairy tale curse was it? They say it was Pinocchio. Pinocchio? The fairy tale with the lying boy whose nose grew longer. That's awful. You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. You think those wicked witches are up to something again? I thought the fairy tale curse would stop after you know who was defeated. You two were hired to work, not talk. We're sorry, Your Highness. As can only be expected from the likes of them. Another fairy tale curse. The fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects, even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. The victims are weak. Angel would be better off without the dead weight. If it were up to Mother, the curse would have been banished from Angel the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother is not here anymore, and she will not come back, ever. Princess, the king and queen are waiting in the dining hall. I am on my way. The king, Ophelia, and Rod are all present in the dining room hall. Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their absence. Good morning, Lucette. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning, Lucette. Lucette? Ophelia? Ophelia Winsoff. Every day I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. She can never be a true queen, for she pales in comparison to mother. I take my seat next to the king, then look up at the person sitting opposite me. Oh, look at the bunny! The bunny! Aww. See, here we go again with this artwork and these characters. I want to know what's up with him and the little rabbit. Where was I? He kind of looks like Iggy too, but he's like darker. Wait, why is he darker? Just know what? Not gonna do it to myself. Rod Benedict Winsoff, my stepbrother, is bored and quiet as usual. He is 2 years my junior and is the younger of Ophelia's children. He is mute and uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. I can't wait to find out about that. It was apparently given to him by a fairy. He minds his own business and is easy to deal with. But his older sister, my eyes go to the empty seat beside me. She's probably the most infuriating person I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. Ooh. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time. And here she is. Good morning, dear father, mother. Good morning, Rod. And good morning to you too, Lucette. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Emmeline, Emmeline, Emmeline Swinsoff, Rod's elder sister and my stepsister. She acts as if we are blood, as if she too were born a princess, as if she could be a crown princess, perhaps steal my place. I will never let that happen. Now that everyone is here, let us begin. Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast. So, Emmeline, you were reading the fairy tale books that the king brought you. Oh, yes, there are so many, and they are all so wonderful. Thank you so much, Father. I am happy that you like them. I love them. It's It's so strange that the library didn't have any of them to begin with. That is because Mother hated them. She had all the books burned. But why? They are such charming stories. That literally were the cause of a war. Fairy tales misled humans into believing they could have things they do not deserve. Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. And when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as they exactly as they want them to, the humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place. What are you implying about the witches said? The atmosphere shifts, the air in the room growing heavy. I continue to eat. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. Have you any idea what you are talking about, child? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering to this kingdom. Yeah, but you wouldn't cause you to think about those stupid fairy tales when you think about it, like, come on, king. Even now, they still spread the fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects. The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over Angel. I was very young then, and mother forbade me to leave the palace, sometimes even my room. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept me away from everyone, and so I cannot bring myself to care. How do you know how do you know the cursed are innocent? Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild Angel after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, and I am endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. I hate to say this, but he sounds like one of those mayors that are trying so hard to get reelected. But hey, what do I know? Every day I wonder what your mother taught you about. Leave mother out of this. Sorry, I had to yawn. Dear, please. Lucette, darling, your father didn't mean to. I am not one of your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy. I. Lucette, you will show your mother respect. See, let me explain something real quick. Because this. Hold on. Just before we even, like, get remotely into this madness. You should never try to force upon your child to accept a step parent. Because one, it's not right, and two, it's not fair. Just because you married somebody new does not give you the right to sit here and basically make it like this is their mother now. Absolutely not. That woman is not Lucette's mother. I don't I do not condone the attitude that Lucette is giving towards Ophelia, but King Gennaro has no right sitting here trying to call her mother. That is not her mother. Lucette knows who her mother is. And like you'll see as we progress with the story, the strained relationship this has caused between Lucette and her father. She is not my mother. I set down my fork and knife and stand up. I am done. Excuse me. My father and I have never got on, but our relationship has significantly worsened since he married the baker. My father, the king. It has been 70 years and I have never felt any love from him. He treats Emmeline and Rod, who only entered our life 1 year ago, like his own children, better than he has ever treated me. This has been my life ever since mother passed away 4 years ago. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was. If it wasn't for that accident during the Great War, she would still be here. Why the sour face so early in the morning, princess? Who's that? Ooh! Ooh! He's my favorite! Let me guess. The king? Or the queen? It's the king. The queen? A Princess Emily. Oh my god, he's so pretty. Who are you? Or is it all of them? I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early? I'm running some errands for my father. Fitzgerald Aidan Leverton, son of the highest knight of the Order of Caldera. Ooh, he got status. His father, Sir Alcaster, has served the royal family for many years. Sir Alcaster is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. Oh, I love. Okay, this has always thrown me off about like when people draw like anime type characters. Like you see how his hair is white and so his eyelashes. They match perfectly. But I've always wondered why the eyebrows are always black. But I mean, I guess it would be seen kind of weird if his eyebrows were white because then you'd kind of be looking at them as like, is that part of his hair or his eyebrows? But all around, he looks fabulous. Like I'm not even really good at art and stuff, but I like how they have the effect for where the sun is like shining off of him to where it's like this is shaded. It's the detail of these art with this art is so on point. It's ridiculous. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. You should wait in the throne room then. Thank you. Wait, long face, what happened? Princess? Yes. You know, I haven't seen you smile once since I met you. Honey, good luck with that. Why is that of any importance? Oh, he's sweating now. Oh, poor baby. Swing and a miss, Casanova. Got anything else up your sleeve? Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, Princess. Well, I won't take up more of your time. I'll see you at 10. 10? Don't tell me you've forgotten. Forgotten what? You're going to town today, remember? Oh. I deflate as the realization dawns upon me. It has been 2 days since the king issued the order. Lucette, I would like you to accompany Emmeline on one of her town outings. What? Surely you could send maids with her instead. I would not have requested you to accompany her if I was going to send her with her maids. I want you to make an effort to get along with your sister. Step sister. She is your sister, and you will treat her and Rod as if they were of your blood. Once again, just staking claims like I don't care what you think. This is your family. Just gonna shove it down the girl's throat. I know, like y'all are welcome to leave comments in the down below, but me personally, I feel like he's like just shoving this whole "this is your family now" thing down her throat for no reason. It's unfair. 2 days from now, you are going to accompany Evelyn outside. It has been 4 years since you last left the palace. Ever since then, you have locked yourself away. You barely leave your room. Angel was in the grip of war back then, but now the kingdom is safe and back to its former glory. I want to see you. I want you to see how beautiful Angel really is. Lucette, a princess must know her kingdom. Go with Emmeline, and she will show you the town that you only ever see through your windows. Is that an order? If it needs to be. Are we clear? Lucette, understood. The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago, when the king took me with him to check on the people after the Great War had ended. I shake my head, removing myself from the memory. I am safe here. Princess, are you all right? It won't be that bad. The townsfolk are good people. How can you be so sure? Times have changed. People change. That is precisely the problem. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the end. Sometimes change is for the better, Princess. I think you'll see that today. If you'll excuse me, I shall see you later. Delora, do you think witches are capable of bringing back the dead? I wish you could talk to me. You and the others. My dolls are my only friends. They are the only ones I can trust. Unlike humans, they will never betray me. They will never hurt me. They will always be there for me. The moment I saw Delora, I knew she was special. She was different, so elegant, realistic. It was almost as if she was breathing. Really? Breathing? She was a gift from the king on my 17th birthday. Oops. I only started receiving dolls from him when Mother passed away. Mother does not believe in party celebrations and birthday celebrations. But every year at midnight, a letter would appear under my door. Would contain instructions leading me through the palace on an adventure to a room filled with gifts, cakes, and sweets. A child's dream. I'd been fascinated by the dolls, which had always held a little greeting card. A card with the words "I love you" on it, signed M. The card would tell me to keep those celebrations a special secret, but I didn't need to be told that. Mother always found a way to show me she still cared. In her own way. The secret celebrations had stopped as soon as she disappeared. Ooh, that scared me. Yes? Excuse me, Your Highness. The king has requested your presence. This better not be another lecture. Oh, you already know it's going to be a lecture. Tell him I am on my way. Oh, curtsy, aw. I will see you later, Delora. Oh, oh, oh. Ooh, you fancy too. Good morning, Your Highness. She looks. that's that's the face when you see gorgeousness, when you see perfection. Then again, I'm torn between him and Fritz. Sir Mithros. Sir Mithros. Sorry, I was trying to read that. I was trying to read it to see if I had read it right. Sir Mithros, the royal advisor. Father trusts him a great deal, just like he does Sir Alcaster. Every day you look more and more like your mother. Sometimes I find Sir Mithros talking to mother's portrait when he thinks no one is looking. He must have admired her a lot, but I cannot bring myself to think highly of him. He looks like a snake. There is something about him that puts me on edge. He's a snake! Are you on your way to see the king? I shall not keep you then. Until our... You know what? He kind of reminds me of Sebastian from Black Butler a little bit. Like, if you looked at him, like, very carefully, he does have, like, that Sebastian-esque kind of feel to him. Oh, okay. Until our next meeting, dear princess. Oh, crap. Where'd he go? Your Majesty. Lucette, are you ready? You will enjoy this, Lucette. I've heard the toy shop has lovely dolls. Trying to bait her with dolls. This will be good for you. Will it really though? You will get to know your sister better. You'll be able to interact with and learn about the people of Angel. About our subjects. I will not learn anything I do not already know. Why do you always believe that the people around you are incapable of good? Yes, because you're a fine example of that, aren't you, sir? Because I have seen how quickly people will betray and manipulate each other to get what they want. Mother warned me about human nature. You do not see clearly, Lucette. You are a fool! If you would only open your eyes, you would be able to see how good people really are. Fool! I believe I am already quite capable of seeing the true nature of people. After all, I have seen that there is no good in you. Shot to the heart, he was shooketh. You said, where were you when I needed you 4 years ago? Where have you been ever since? Back then, I'd been overflowing with grief and pain. I'd just lost my mother, my entire world. I'd hoped that maybe then he would have shown me love and compassion. Even just a hug to let me know someone was there. And I get nothing! Oh, you poor deprived child. It had been a childish hope. I had been left alone. I did not see him for months, and barely even heard his voice. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. This is what you have taught me, Your Majesty. I know that I've hurt you. I know that there is nothing I can do to atone for what I did. But please, Ophelia and her children are not a part of that. They do not deserve to be hated. Yes, but they deserve to have you throw this whole happy family thing down my throat, right? And they just have to go with it and be happy, bubbly. Let me stop. Ugh. In the end, they still matter more to him than I ever did. Lucette, enough. I have already said I will go. Everyone is waiting outside. I shudder at the thought of leaving the palace after so many years. Lucette, it will be okay. How can you be so sure? He did the same thing Whatchacom did. Fritz did. Got quiet. Thank you for agreeing to accompany Emmeline. She's only doing this because you made an order, Your Highness. I would not I would not disobey an order from the king. Excuse me.
You call me on the telephone, you feel so far away. You tell me to come over, there's some games you wanna play. I'm walking to your house, nobody's home, just me and you and me alone. We're just playing hide and seek, it's getting hard to breathe under the sheets with you. I don't wanna play no games, I'm tired of always chasing after you. I don't give a fuck about you anyways. Whoever said I give a shit about you? You never share your toys or communicate. I guess I'm just a play date to you. You know I give a fuck about you every day. Guess it's time that I tell you the truth. If I share my toys, will you let me stay? don't wanna leave this playdate with you.